check this out. Check this out. This is a massive coal ship that's about to pass right in front of us. They kind of just backed it up. We're in Newcastle Harbour. This is insane. You should wait till you see the size of this. It's literally going to come right here in front of us. So they've just backed it out of the port over there. And you can see the tugboat in the front, and you're going to see that really close. Let me zoom in a bit. There's a tugboat, but I'll zoom back out. And this is going to come right in front of us. Monster-sized coal ship. So that's how they back it up out. He was up in there and he just backed it up into this narrow channel. And what they're going to do, they're going to go right down there and then just out the harbour. This is a really narrow harbour, but this is exactly how they do it with tugboats. So that's going to come right in front of us. So if you tuned in, stay for this. This is going to be really cool. You're going to get an idea of the size, and it's going to be so close up. It's going to fill up the whole screen. I won't even be able to zoom back far enough because it's just going to come in front of this little second. Right between me and that building there is where the coal ship's going to come past. So this is very cool. We'll get to see the name on it. And these are huge coal ships here in Newcastle Harbour. Beautiful day here, bit of wind. Fishing boats cruising out. There's about to be one that's going to cruise past us in a second, little fishing boat. But this is a very active working harbour. And that building right there, it's actually the heliport where the pilots get on the boats. Get in the helicopter and get dropped out onto the ships. To guide them out of this super narrow channel. So this cruise ship, certainly not a cruise ship unless you're a piece of coal. It's about to cruise right on by, and you're going to see the whole process. There we've got a little fishing boat. Might as well have a look at it while we're waiting for the big fella to turn around. Nice. So back to here, here's the big ship. They're just turning it around and it's going to come right in front of us. Right between here, see that wall there? So it's going to be so big when it comes, and it's only just a couple of minutes away by the look of it, or less. You can see the tugboat right there in front of it pulling it around, and they're going to pass right in front of the screen. So this is on Newcastle Harbour. I hope you're enjoying it. You're about to see a monster-sized coal ship cruise on by the screen. They're just turning it round. Unfortunately, there's a bit of sun, so I can block a bit of it, but that won't be in a second. When it comes right in front of us, it's going to be huge. There's 3 tugboats actually. So you can see one to the right of the bow, one to the left. And if you've just joined, see that rock wall there? It's going to pass right between here and there. So hold on for this. It is just about to happen. I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4 tugboats to move this. Now we do, if you look at the water, there's a bit of wind as well, so there's a bit of, they definitely need the tugboats to get out of here because it's super narrow. And if you haven't seen Newcastle Harbour or you don't know anything about it, it's very narrow. They're going to go down here and then straight out that hole, which they dredge all the time. So it'll be nice when we look back that way out of the sun, but for now, here it comes. They're turning it around, the engines are on. I can hear it rolling, like rumbling in the distance, but that's only 200 metres away. I'll try and zoom in a bit for you. There we go, you can see the tugboat. Feel free to leave any comments, by the way, if you want to know anything about. Let's just zoom back out a bit. Okay, so it's a big old ship, and you're about to see it close up. Just come off it a bit, zoom out, there we go. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4 tugboats. We're in Newcastle Harbour in Australia, about to see a big ship literally right in front of the camera here. It's going to come down here between us and that wall, and it's going to dwarf that building. So leave a comment if you're online. I can see there's a few people online. Leave a like, all of that good stuff, as we wait for this big dog. Now it's facing us straight on now, so that doesn't make it look so big, but just wait for this. Slight wind, they got a bit of a headwind, and the water's really clear too. Look at that. I don't know if you can see that, how nice the harbour is. It goes up, and that's where they're going to head out there. Tons more coal ships up there. But this one is the one we're excited about. It's big, and it's about to pass right in front of us. The old tow, and they're very, because it's so narrow here, they're very precise with how they do it, because the pilot on board, the guy who knows the harbour back to front, who's basically instructing the skipper with exact dimensions where to go, and probably communicating with the tugboats on either side, because they're constantly dredging this harbour because it's so narrow. There's constantly dredging it, and so it could bottom out. If they get it wrong, it'll hit the bottom for sure. So the skipper, the pilot will be on board with the skipper, and then once they get out the heads, which is just over there, which is also narrow, the helicopter will head out and take the pilot off the boat, the ship pilot off the boat, and bring them back in, or they'll just take them onto the next ship that's about to come in, because this is the busiest shipping port in the world. And have a look at this coming towards us now. It's going to pass right in front of us. So I hope you can stay tuned. It's only about probably 1 minute away from us, moving very slowly. Bit of fishing activity. This guy looks like a deep sea fisherman or something going out. Let's keep an eye on the big ship. Actually, speaking of fishing, while we're waiting for the ship to approach, there's a guy over there fishing. He's been fishing off that wall for about the last 15-20 minutes since I've been sitting here. Haven't seen him reel anything in, but there's obviously fish around here. So, but look at this coming for us. And it's just going to fill up the screen more and more, because literally head on to where we are. This is Newcastle Harbour in Australia, by the way. It's the busiest coal port in the world, and the ships just come in and out all day long. So someone says hi, Elise says nice. Oh, Ellie, sorry, Ellie. Stay with us, because they're about to pass literally right in front of us. This is going to be huge, and it's definitely going to take up the whole screen. You can see a tugboat either side, and there's a couple at the back as well. Because there's wind, you can see it's a bit rough and there's a bit of wind. So, and this is only narrow. Look, it's only from there across the other side, and they're going to pass right between us right here. So here comes the big ship, everybody. Sometimes they have some weird and wonderful names, but you'll be able to see it because we're so close to it. Approaching us. On the other side of Newey. Oh, you're in Stockton. No, I'm just sitting on the wall. I'll pan around and show you where I am. There's Scratch's restaurant right there. There's the dock to go across to Stockton. So you're over there. There's the ferry. But yeah, this is nice. Watch this. Watch this. It's going to be big. This is going to take up the screen. Oh, you can see me. Ring Yuki. Don't know how you can see me if you're over the other side. Maybe you got binoculars or something. But yeah, I'm just sitting straight across from, sort of keeping an eye on this guy fishing too. He hasn't caught anything yet. Oh, you catch leather jackets. Maybe see that guy there on the corner? Do you think that's what he's fishing for? It's pretty clean water, by the way. Someone's talking about the fish they catch in here. Look how clean it is. Very nice. Straight, the mouth of the ocean is just right there, so I can guess the little fishies are cruising on in. But look at this. This is huge. You can see now it's starting to fill up the screen. And what's interesting too, there's this tugboat, which is the first one you see on the left. kind of got this different shape about it. I don't know if it's like some new style tugboat, but when it gets close, you'll see it's got like this slick looking front on it compared to the one behind it anyway. You like to see the country flag on the back. Oh yeah, that's good. So I'm starting to see the name on the front there. Sasebo Eco. No idea what that's about. But have a look at that tug on the left, how low the front of it is compared to the tug behind. If you can see, it'll become clear in a second. We are facing into the sun a little bit, but we're about to pan away from the sun as it comes by. And it's going to be really nice and clear. So stay tuned on this one. Sasebo Eco. And you also wonder, how the hell do they come up with these names too? Are they all sitting around having a beer and who can come up with the weirdest name and join them together? The front tug is taking more load, Ring Yuki says. But it also looks like more of a modern sort of tug. You're going to see it very clearly, but look at this now. Before you could see the ship sort of in the distance, now it's taken up the whole screen. Look at that. Way back, way back. But this is as close as you'll ever get to a ship without swimming over and touching it. This one's not quite full. You can see this. You can still see the different colour in the hull there, the black, and then it goes down to like the orangey colour. I think when it's full, I can see the measurements there. When it's full fully loaded, that sinks down. Yeah, it is probably from China. But here's that tug I was talking about. Look at the sort of the slick looking front on it. Looks like there's solar panels on top of it or something. When you compare it to that one, like the nose of that tug, and then you look at this one. Pretty cool. Can't see any good people working. Sometimes you'll see them walking around on the deck. Svitzer Barrington, that tug is called, whatever that means. Newcastle. Look at that, got the rope. That's a nice strong rope. Now let's go down. There's the windsock. You can see, as I was explaining before, this ship's going to go out and then a helicopter's going to go and land on it and bring the pilot, the shipping pilot, back in who's guiding these guys out. Look at that. Oh yeah, there's another tug behind as well. Very cool. Who knows what that flag is on the back where the exhausts are? Anybody? Or is that an indicator? Oh, there's the flag at the back. Hang on, you'll see it in a second. What else can we see? There's all the radars. There's the Aussie flag up the top there blowing away, just to the left of the radar. Nice tug there. Lifeboats. Look at that little lifeboat. I'll try and zoom in on it. Can I zoom in on it? Oh, look at that one. A little outboard on the back. And then the real one is there. So you wanted to know what flag it is. I'm not sure myself, but there it is. Anyone know what that is? And then there's the rope to the last tug. Spitzer Maitland, that one's called. But have a look when I pan around, the size of this. Well, there we go, I'll bring it into full screen. Jesus Christ, that is crazy. And these go in and out all day long, all day. Just full of coal coming in from west of Newcastle, places like Muswellbrook and Singleton, where there's huge coal mines, and then to bring it in requires huge trains. They're like 1 kilometre long, and I think it's every 20 minutes or so one pulls up. And hang on, let's have a look. Nice little sailing boat as well. But have a look at this. Oh, there's the ferry over there. It's had to stop for the ship to go by. Good idea. And now below the name of it, look on the back, Majuro. Sasebo Eco Majuro. Anyone know what that means? Look at the size of it. A monster. Beautiful. Here's old mate over here. Still hasn't caught anything yet. There's a ship. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed that. That's going to head out the heads there, and I'm going probably out of China is my guess, and it'll be back in probably 6 weeks time for another load. All right, thanks.